Just start with the so I will recite them, just follow me. Thank you so much. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Giridhari Jaya Vallabha Yashodanandana Yamuna Tiravarachari Tiravarachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhanari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhanari Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravarachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari
Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Kunja Bihari Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana 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 Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much, Hare Krishna, and thank you so much to everyone to assemble here for today for the Srimad Bhagavatam class. First, I would like to thank Yogesh Prabhuji for introduction. I'm not that much capable what Prabhuji has mentioned. I'm not qualified also to sit on the asana and to give the class on a Srimad Bhagavatam. I never thought also. But I would like to sincere gratitude and thanks to His Grace Achyuta Arjun Saka Prabhu, Achyut Prabhu, who is our Shiksha Guru and who is always motivate us to give some katha and about on the Sri Krishna katha generally. So I'm my sincere gratitude to all our congregation senior members who were always encourage us to speak about the Krishna Katha, and definitely the Bhakti Ruksha, what we are conducting every Saturday, that is helping lot to talk about the Krishna Katha. So my sincere gratitude and my respectful obeisances to all the devotees, Matajis and Prabhujis who are assembled today for the today's Bhakti Ruksha, for the today's Sunday feast class. And basically we are going to talk on the Srimad Bhagavatam. So please accept my respectful obeisances. With your permissions, with the permission of the Guru and Gauranga, I am going to start reciting some shlokas, and definitely whatever I am prepared, this is completely based on the Prabhupada's purport and from the books. If anything, if I bring some topic which is not relevant to the Bhagavatam, then 100% I am responsible for that. So please pray for me so that I can speak only the purport what Prabhupada has written, and whatever it is written in Srimad Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. So thank you so much again. Thank you so much. So today we are going to speak about the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, and that is the creation. Uh, uh, Canto 1 is generally talk about the creation, but chapter 2, if you see, it talk about the divinity and divine service. So after reciting the pranam mantras, we'll just go through quickly what in last class we have learned about the chapter 1. So again, I am rendering my respectful obeisances to my spiritual masters, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, founder Acharya of International Society for Krishna Consciousness. So I will just speak about the pranam mantras. So along with me, if you know, you can also chant this pranam mantras. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरोन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपं कदामहं ददाति सौपदकृतं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरु वैष्णवांचं श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवो श्रीराधा कृष्णपदां सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखावितं सच्चं। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणनामि हरिप्रिये तप्त कांचन नमो महावादान्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामे गौरवे नमो नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितनां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदन श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामीति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पांचान्तदेशतारिणे। So I would like to congratulate each and everyone because today is a Sunday, and if we see the Sunday generally, the devotee generally busy with our center activities or for the preaching activities or Sunday feast related things. But if you see in the common mans or common society where people, if we are, let's say, before coming to the Krishna conscious, how I used to spend my Sunday. I used to go somewhere in mall, or I used to go in some restaurant, or used to go somewhere for the shopping. But I would like to congratulate each and every one because you are here to listen Srimad Bhagavatam. So this is not unfortunate. This is the fortunate for all of us because if you see in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Lord Shri Krishna used to tell like that. If you offer a leaf, flower, fruit, or water with the devotion, then that is not going to be waste. So the same thing, some devotional service we have done in our past life, and that is reflecting today. And that is how, if you see, around 10 million people are there in Bangalore, around 1 crore, more than a crore people are there. But why only few people are sitting here? Let's say around 30 to 40 devotees are sitting here and they are discussing about the Srimad Bhagavatam. So one more time, I will congratulate and I will thanks each and everyone for coming for the today's Sunday Peace program. So last Sunday, we have seen His Grace Yugal Kishore Prabhu has given a wonderful class. The class was so nice that each and everything is absorbed in my mind because I used to make some notes. So Prabhuji start about the Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 1 Chapter 1. If you see, Prabhuji has covered very nicely whole chapter, around 23 verses were there, but Prabhuji covered in around 1 hour 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Prabhuji spoke about this chapter. So just I would like to will summarize this chapter so that when we'll go to the chapter 2, then we'll have some link. So I would like to just ask a few questions. Is anybody remembers that what Prabhuji talk about the chapter 1? Very quickly, one thing what you like from the chapter, or what is the, because the chapter 1 is going to, it is the context for the today's chapter 2. So anybody remembers what Prabhuji told about the chapter 1?
Many devotees assembled in Namichara to set for a sacrifice of 1,000 years.
Right.
And they requested Sri Goswami.
Very good. Very nice, Prabhu, right? So sages were assembled into the Naimisharanya. But how many sages were assembled? Can anyone tell the number? Huh? Yes.
80,000 something.
Yes, 88,000. 88,000 sages or brahmanas were assembled into the Naimisharanya. Okay. And Naimisharanya, they assembled, and if you see the Srimad Bhagavatam, we are so lucky and we are so fortunate that whatever Prabhupada has given us, the Srimad Bhagavatam, if you see, 5,000 years before, Srimad Bhagavatam, Sukdev Goswami has first time recited Srimad Bhagavatam to the Parikshit Maharaj, and that story we all know, that how Parikshit Maharaj, and Yugal Kishore Prabhuji also explained very nicely in his first chapter lecture, that how Parikshit Maharaj got the curse from the Brahmana boy. If we get a curse, then we generally, if we get any problems, then we generally go for, we go in a depression. Or many times if small things happens in office or in home also, we generally go away from our daily services also, or weekly services, what we generally assign for the center. But the king of the universe, the Parikshit Maharaj, got the curse that Brahman boy told that you are going to die in 7 days. In that condition, Parikshit Maharaj, he has not taken any anxiety or any tension, but he took a good decision. He thanks to Lord Almighty, Lord Shri Krishna, and he thought whatever curse he got, it is the blessing of Lord Shri Krishna. And he approached. Now he knows another 7 days that Takshak snake will come and he is going to die. So he approached to the Sukdev Goswami. And we know that Sukdev Goswami is the Goswami who is the son of Vyasadeva. So he went and he asked. If you see, because now Parikshit Maharaj knows that he is going to die. Okay, so he went and he asked. So if you see in the Bhagavad Gita chapter 4, in verse number 8 also, if we have in a spiritual life, if we have to progress, or if we have the questions, then we have to approach our spiritual masters submissively and we have to inquire. So Lord Shri Krishna in Bhagavad Gita chapter 4, shloka number 8, very nicely he's mentioning, shloka number 34. Tat vidhi pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya upadekshanti te dhyanam tattva darshinam. If we have, uh, if we have if we want to know about the Supreme Lord, if we want to know the spiritual life, then we should approach to the our spiritual master, and we should ask very submissively. If you see the same way Parikshit Maharaj has approached his spiritual master Sukadev Goswami, and he asked, what is the real purpose of the life? Because Maharaj ji already explained to Sukadev Goswami that he is going to die. So this is how the Bhagavad Sapta has started. So 5,000 years before Bhagavad Sapta has started. I am from Maharashtra. We are from a very small village, and you know Maharashtra people generally follow the Vaishnavism, but Panduranga, Vitthal from the Pandharpur. So we have the tradition. Every year we have the Bhagavad Sapta in the month of Shravan. And if you see in the Shravan, generally all village people will assemble, they will sit and they will listen the spiritual master or the guru who is talking about the Srimad Bhagavatam. So this is the tradition. Actually, in ancient India, this Bhagavad Sapta used to happen to know the Supreme Person of the Godhead. So the first Bhagavad Sapta has started 5,000 years before, and that first the speaker was Sukadeva Goswami, and this Bhagavad Sapta started for 7 days. As we heard also many times, that Bhagavad Sapta was continuous. The Sukadeva Goswami was explaining about the real purpose of the life. He was glorifying all the Supreme Person of the Godhead, and everybody, around 66,000 sages were assembled on the bank of Ganges, and everybody was forget 7 days what was going on. And this is how Parikshit Maharaj get rid of the curse what he got it. So the power of, here I would like to tell you like that, the power of Srimad Bhagavatam is in such a way that definitely you are going to progress in your spiritual life. But whatever difficulties you have, whatever bad karmas we have in a past life, only by simply listening Srimad Bhagavatam or reading Srimad Bhagavatam, we can definitely read out from all the bad karmas, and definitely we can go to the back to the Godhead. So this is how. And during this Srimad Bhagavatam Katha, if you see in the first Katha, Suta Goswami was present. So in that 66,000 sages, Sukadeva Goswami has heard Srimad Bhagavatam, which was narrated by Sukadeva Goswami to the Parikshit Maharaj, and Suta Goswami was present there. So Suta Goswami is the right person to hear the Srimad Bhagavatam. So this is the context of the chapter first. If you see in the chapter first, in Naimisharanya, around 88,000 sages were assembled, and they were so eager, like the Mataji and Prabhuji, what you are eager today, that what I am going to talk or what I am going to recite about the chapter 2. The same way, with the same conscience, all the sages were so elevated, they were so eager to listen the Srimad Bhagavatam from the Suta Goswami. So if you see the actual Guru Parampara and disciple, so for a Suta Goswami, the Sukadeva Goswami is the spiritual master. And if you see everywhere, that big banyan trees were there in the Naimisharanya, all birds were creeping, everyone was sitting, and no AC, no fan, but it is a natural AC where birds were creeping and everyone is sitting. And now all in chapter first, if you see, all the Brahmanas, all the sages, they were praising Suta Goswami, because we know the qualification of the Suta Goswamis has mentioned in chapter 1 very nicely. Because can anybody tell me what are the qualifications of the sadhu or spiritual master or the person who is coming from our Guru Parampara? It is mentioned in our Bhagavad Gita class also that we generally conduct. His Grace Achyutarjun Prabhu many times used to tell like that. What are the qualifications for the gurus? So anybody knows? Many Prabhuji, Mataji. So, okay, ठीक what we'll do? Yes, so all these sages were praising Suta Goswami because he has that qualification. He was following 4 regulative principles, that no meat eating, no gambling, no intoxication, no illicit sex. Okay, he was chanting continuously the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Whenever he used to get time, he used to be associated with the devotees, and his spiritual master is the Sukdev Goswami, and he has listened all this transcendental knowledge from his guru Sukdev Goswami. So these are the some qualifications of the guru. So these are the Sukdev Goswami's qualification has been mentioned into the chapter 1. Now, very important question, and Prabhuji has taken, he spent a lot of time on this. What are those 6 questions that sages were asked Sukdev Goswami? Can anybody tell? Because after departing, now Krishna has departed from this world. Kali Yuga already started, and everybody was in misery state. And what those 6 questions? Anybody can tell. Or randomly also it is all right. Randomly also all right. Yes, Prabhu, please. Right, Prabhu. Prabhu, mic, you can take mic. Yeah, you can take mic.
What is the absolute and ultimate good for the people in general?
Okay, Prabhu.
Then what is the essence of the all the scriptures?
Very good, Prabhu.
And third question was, but what is the purpose of Godhead appeared in the womb of Devaki and
Very good.
Vasudeva? And what is the why personality of Godhead has taken incarnation, and what are the types kind of incarnation he has taken?
Very good. Leela avatars, right, Prabhu?
And after Krishna departed to his own abode, where the religious principle have taken the shape.
Revol. Very nice, Prabhu. You have... Yes, Prabhu.
The last very important and interesting question asked was that who should we be depending for shelter once the lordships go back?
To Godhead, right.
So,
This was-
Guruji said that it will be Lord Chaitanya who will be giving us the shelter, and that is how we are dependent now on Mahaprabhu.
Right, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji, for both the Prabhujis for remembering those 6 questions. I think these 6 questions we should write somewhere and we should keep in our hall also or in temple altar, because these are the 6 questions. If you want to know to the Supreme Person of the Godhead, these questions are very, very important. So here already Prabhuji has summarized these 6 questions, so I will not go for that. But the context for these 6 questions, what Prabhuji mentioned that which shloka Prabhuji was hampering in chapter 1. Can anybody can tell me? In chapter 1st, Prabhuji was mentioning one shloka. This shloka is the context for all these 6 questions. Why? Already I also small hint I have given already before starting the 6th question. What was that context? That why we should go for these 6 questions? It is like an emergency. All sages.
In Kali Yuga,
Yes, bro.
people will be short-lived.
Right.
There were tendency of cheating or those kind of many bad qualities people will have.
Right, Prabhu.
That is the main purpose. It was a paradukhi. They
Paradukhi.
wanted to find some way.
Sadhu Paradukhi. Yes, Prabhu. Yeah. Yes, Prabhu. Very nice. Yes. This is the one. Yes, Prabhu. Second. Perfectly. Right. Perfect. Very nice. Very nice, Prabhu. Right. So very nice, Prabhu, because you have taken some notes also. So Prabhuji has mentioned in chapter 1, verse number 10, if you see, the chapter number, that verse number 10 is telling, O learned one, in this iron age of Kali, men almost always have but short lives. What Prabhuji is telling? They are quarrelism. Hypocrisy is there, okay? They are lazy. They are misguided. If you see outside world, padam, people are cheating us. That we have seen. As a devotees, many times we are so innocent. But when we want to purchase something or something, some information we want, how people are cheating us. So, on the step by step, padam, people are going to be misguided. They are so unlucky. And above all, they are always disturbed. Means, whatever mind we have, that mind control is not there. Okay, and we are always engaged in the material things. Okay, and that is how we are always disturbed. So, So this is the actual contest for this six question. So now we'll just start the chapter 2. This is the Canto 1, chapter 2. First, we'll see the summary of this chapter. So, if you see the verse number 1 to 5, now we have set the scene completely. Now, all sages have sit down. They have sat down into the Naimisharanya. Okay, Suta Goswami is sitting on the Vyasasana, and now he started giving the answers for the all these questions. So, if you see, yes, Mataji. Suta Goswami is one of the sage. Okay, he is one of the Brahmanas, and his father name is also there, Mataji. Yes, Roma Harshana is his father's name. So he is also the one of the sages. But he was present when Sukadev Goswami delivered Srimad Bhagavatam to the Maharaj Parikshit.
Who is given Bhagavatam?
Sukadev Goswami, that we know. He was in his mother's home and he heard everything from the pastime about the Lord Krishna. And when he come out from his mother home, he immediately started walking to the forest. That we have also seen. So he already renounced. That we'll see, Mataji. That's verse number 2. We'll see how Suta Goswami is mentioning about the Sukadev Goswami. So he is the disciple of Suta Goswami is the disciple of Sukadev Goswami. So in verse number 1 to 5, if you see Suta Goswami, if you see in we are in ISKCON, any program when start, then we generally start with the prayers. So verse 1 to 5, if you see, Suta Goswami is offering his invocation prayers to his spiritual master. And who is his spiritual master? Sukadev Goswami. Okay, so he's offering his obeisances. He's offering his respectful obeisances for the Sukadev Goswami. And verse 4, he's also offering his obeisances to 4 other personalities that we will see in verse number 4. And the audience, because without the audience, without thanking the audience, without pleasing the audience, the Guru will not please. So that is the one thing. So he's this verse number 1 to 5, it contains this. Another verse number 6 to 29. If you see, already sages have asked 6 questions. So now, from verse number 6 onward, Suta Goswami started answering the question. Answering the questions. What these 6 questions were asked by the sages. So first 2 questions answered in verse number 6 to 29. And from verse 30 to 24, if you see, the Suta Goswami has answered the question number 3rd and 4th. So for today's class, we'll see time is there. Another 35 minutes. We'll talk about the question number 1st. What Suta Goswami has answered. So we'll go by verse number 1st. So this is the chapter 2, verse number 1. So I will just recite this verse. Vyasavacha iti Vyasavacha iti samprashna samhasto Viparan Rao Maharsina Pratipujya vachastesha Pravraktam upakarame. Any Mataji can repeat the verses? So very good verses. Anybody can? Mataji want to? Because in Bhagavatam class, if you recite the verse, then it will go deeper in our heart, and we'll also try to remind.
Vyasa uvacha iti samprashna samdhashto Vipranam Roma Harshani Pratipujya vachstesham Pravaktupachakrame.
Very nice. Thank you so much, Mataji. Prabhuji, Prabhuji want? Yes, Prabhu, please.
Vyasa uvacha iti samprashna samdhishto Vipranam Roma Harshini Pratipujya vachastesham
pravaktum upachakrame.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you so much. So now here, if you see, Vyasdev is telling that, yes, Mataji correctly asking the question. Mataji here, if you see, the Vyasdev is telling the son of Romharsha. The Suta Goswami is the son of Romharsha. He is being fully satisfied by the perfect questions of the Brahmanas, and he is thanking them and thus attempting to reply. So, if you see, whatever 6 questions were asked by the sages, he was thanking this question, because these questions are not a extraordinary question, not a simple question. These are the extraordinary questions, and these questions were related to me and for all of you, because by answering this question we are going to get the knowledge about the supreme personality of the Godhead, as well as from answering this question we are getting what is the real purpose of our life. So this is the shloka 1 where Suta Goswami is thanking each and everyone and asking the question. So this is the verse number 1. Now we'll go to the verse number 2.
Only one question.
Yes, sir.
Little confusing. So you said that Dev Goswami is the one answering questions. But however, in this verse, the first verse, it says that Suta Goswami is answering questions. So this is
Prabhu, if you see this now, Vyasdev is already compiling the things, okay, as a Srimad Bhagavatam, okay. But Vyasdev want to, now let's say the person who is sitting on the Vyasasana, he will not glorify on his own. So Vyasdev is telling here like that Suta Goswami is sitting on a Vyasasana, and now he is glorifying the audience, as well as he is thanking the people who asked the question. So this is the main contents for the shloka number 1, verse 1.
Hare Krishna, I think they are confused whether Shukadev Goswami has spoken Bhagavatam or Suta Goswami.
Mataji, first time the Sukadev Goswami spoke the Bhagavatam to the Parikshit Maharaj, and in that assembly, when Sukadev Goswami spoke Bhagavatam first time, in that assembly Suta Goswami was present, and that is how why Namisharanya all people were gathered and they want to hear, because Suta Goswami is representing the Guru Parampara, because he was present there when Sukadev Goswami was reciting the Srimad Bhagavatam.
So this conversation here is not representing the very first time that it was.
Perfect, Prabhu. Right.
Suta Goswami this time.
Yeah. So
is
chapter.
reciting it to the Brahmana.
Perfect. Yes. Yes. So first chapter creation and the divine and divinity. If you see. Perfect, Prabhu. It is.
speaking on behalf of
Right, and it is completely from Guru Parampara, if you see, because yes, he has listened the Srimad Bhagavatam from the Sukdev Goswami. So Suta Goswami is now addressing. Right. So can you go for the verse number 2?
Can I say one thing?
Yes, Prabhu.
So, just for the clarification further, like Srimad Bhagavatam is like conversation inside conversation. So first in the Naimisharanya ashram, Suta Goswami is telling to everyone.
Right.
And in this conversation, he is talking about the conversation done by Shukadev Goswami with the Parikshit.
Right. Right, Prabhu. Yeah. So in chapter 2, verse number 2, now Suta Goswami is now reciting, okay? Yam pravarjantam. Yeah, you can just repeat with me. Yam pravarjantam anupetam apeta kriyatam daivapayano virhakantaram ajuhav putreti tanam mayantaya tarabo vinedus tam sarvabhuta rudayam munim anatosim. So here what Suta Goswami is now telling to all the sages, now Suta Goswami is offering his respectful obeisances to the great sages Sukadeva Goswami. Now Suta Goswami is offering to his spiritual master. And if you see, because why we have to offer the respectful obeisances to the Sukadeva Goswami? Because by Now, Suta Goswami is now going to recite Srimad Bhagavatam. So, in the form of Sukadev Goswami, now in the form of this shloka, Sukadev Goswami is now going to enter in our heart. So, that is the one thing. But if you see, after the birth of Sukadev Goswami, if you see, now this shloka is explaining. One thing is Suta Goswami is offering his respectful obeisances, and in another, in the same shloka, what Suta Goswami is mentioning here, that this Sukadev Goswami is also one of the renounced person. Okay, and if you see, he's took the renounce order, means he took the sannyasa. He's leaving him home without undergoing reformation by the sacred thread or the ceremony. If you see, that we will talk about. Prabhupada has given very good night purport also, that we will see in the purport. So without going any sacred thread ceremony, he was the renounced person and he took the sannyasa. So that is what here telling. And during this sannyas time, if you see his father Vyasdev, he was crying in the separation. Oh my son, oh my son. And the same feelings were there. The trees were present. The trees were also feeling the separation of the Sukadev Goswami. So they were also crying. So that is the meaning for this verse number 2. So if you see in the purport, Srila Prabhupada has given a very good purport to understand these verses and this chapter also. As we know that, as per the Shastras, there are the Varnas and Ashramas. So Varna Ashrama, as we all know that. If you want to study the Vedas, if you want to study the Puranas, then we have to go through the sacred thread ceremony. We have to approach our spiritual master. We have to beg in front of spiritual master that I want to know about the supreme personality of the Godhead or the supreme truth about the God. So we have to approach our spiritual master. Then, by accepting our spiritual master, the actual thread ceremony will start. And after the thread ceremony, you are able to read the Puranas. The Puranas, whatever Puranas and whatever Shastras we have. So, there are the samskaras. So, but if you see in this shloka 2, here Suta Goswami is telling, without going any sacred thread ceremony, Sukadev Goswami already take a renounced life, took a sannyas, because he was the real Vaishnavas. So if you see, Prabhupada is mentioned very nice. The first birth, what we are getting from our mother, that is the first birth. But when the samskaras takes place, when we got the sacred thread ceremony, then it is our second birth, because Guru is accepting us. So that generally called as the second birth. And this birth is generally called as a Dvija. Now, Dvija means we are now qualified to study the Vedas, to study all the Shastras. But above this, Dvija, Prabhupada is mentioning, there is a Vipra. This is the qualified Brahmana. So, after studying the Vedas, you will become a Vipra. So, qualified Brahmana. And above the qualified Brahmana, you know why Sukadeva Goswami has not gone through the sacred ceremony? Because he was the topmost Vaishnava. So, if we are following the Vaishnavism, there is no need to go through the sacred thread ceremony. That is what Prabhupada is mentioning here. In this purport, Prabhupada is mentioning. And if you see with the verse number 2, what Suta Goswami is telling. Because Sukadeva Goswami has not gone through the sacred thread ceremony. If you are Vaishnava, if you are a pure devotee of the Supreme Person of the Godhead, if you are following 4 regulative principles, if you are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and if you are association with the devotees taking prasadam, then there is no need to go for the any sacred thread ceremony, because you are qualified Vaishnavas. And Srila Sukadeva Goswami is a topmost Vaishnava. Here we can see. Okay. So, if you see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also in Chaitanya Charitamrut, if you see, he has traced on this concept. Here, Mahaprabhu also accepted this principle, what Prabhupada is also talking, and which is coming from our Srimad Bhagavatam. If you see, the Srila Haridas Thakur was born in a Muslim family, but he was the pure devotee of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also accepted him as is a disciple, and due to his devotional service, due to the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. So, by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, taking prasadam, following four regulatory principles, Srila Haridas Thakur also become a great Vaishnava. So, there was no need to go Srila Haridas Thakur also through the sacred prayer ceremony. So, what lesson we learn from the verse number 2? Vaishnava is the topmost devotee of the Lord Sri Krishna. That is the learning from this shloka. So now we'll just go to the shloka number 3. Yah svanubhavam akhila shruti saram ekam adhyatmadipam atititirastam tamo nadam sansarina karunyayah puran guhya tam vyasa sunam upyami gurum muninam. So, if you see now Sutta Goswami is offering his respectful obeisances to the Sukadeva Goswami, his spiritual master, and all the sages, those who were present in the Naimisharanya, and the son of Vyasdeva, as we know that, who, out of his great compassion for those gross materialistic who struggle to cross over the darkest region of material existence, spoke this most confidential supplement to the cream of Vedic knowledge after having personally assimilated it by experience. Why Sutta Goswami is offering his respectful obeisances to the Sukadeva Goswami? Because if you see, we all are entangled in this material world so badly. Everyone is searching for the happiness, but where is the real happiness? And that is how here Sutta Goswami is mentioning that he is thanking his spiritual master who gave. This is the Srimad Bhagavatam. The Srimad Bhagavatam which mention about the glorification of the pastime, the glorification about the Lord Sri Krishna. And that is how here Sutta Goswami is mentioning Srimad Bhagavatam is the cream of all the Vedic knowledge. So it's a cream of Vedic knowledge. No need to study Vedas, no need to study the Puranas. By simply reading or by simply chanting the mantras of Srimad Bhagavatam, or by simply hearing Srimad Bhagavatam from the bona fide spiritual master, one can become a purified, and his devotional service will improve. He will get attachment toward the Lord Sri Krishna or the Supreme Personality of the Godhead. So this is the shloka number 3 and translation for this shloka. So now we'll just go through the purport, what Srila Prabhupada is mentioning the purport. As I told you, Sutta Goswami is mentioning that this is the cream of Vedic knowledge, not an ordinary person, but it is a Sutta Goswami is mentioning. So it is the cream of Vedic knowledge. That is what Srila Sutta Goswami is also telling, like this is Srimad Bhagavatam is the cream of Vedic knowledge. So as I told you, Sukadeva Goswami already recite first time Srimad Bhagavatam to the Parikshit Maharaj 5000 years before, and he shows boundless mercy upon the bewildered materialistic men or the family or the society. So this is the Sukadeva Goswami's mercy that we got the Srimad Bhagavatam. So if you see everywhere, as I told you, in society or in our home also, or in our personally also, if you take the example that everybody is searching the happiness, everybody is searching the happiness, but some people, if you see, as I told you, when they will go to eat in restaurant good food, then they feel very happy, but that happiness is for 2 or 3 hours, and after that 3 hours that happiness will go away. Some people want to get the happiness through the shopping. They will go into the big malls or big shops, they will purchase many things and they feel very happy. Or some people, generally if we see, they will get happiness when they will buy big cars or big houses. then they will feel happiness. But here Prabhupada is telling in purport, this happiness is not a permanent happiness. This is a material happiness. This is a temporary happiness. So this happiness will go anytime over the period of time. So that is, if you see that happiness, because this happiness is bound to the material laws of material nature. That we all know that how in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Lord Shri Krishna explained in chapter number 14 the regarding the how the material laws acting upon the people. So material world is the darkest region, and that also created by the Lord only. So Srila Prabhupada is giving a wonderful example that we should remember. I think this example, I think everyone is going to remember forever, because here that how we are enjoying into the material nature. So Prabhupada is giving example about the camel. As we know that camel generally found into the drought region where less water, less food. Okay, but camel is walking and through the desert, and one fine day he got some grass, and this grass is with the thorn, but that poor chap camel don't know about the thorn which is present into the grass. And so he was so hungry, he was so thirsty, he started eating. When he saw the grass, he started eating grass with the thorns. And while eating the thorns, blood started coming from his mouth, and it is like a juicy. Now whatever he is eating, it is like a juice. But that poor chap don't know, he's relishing that bite, whatever he is eating, he's relishing that. He's telling, wow, what a beautiful grass is this. And but he don't know that he's eating this grass with his own blood. Later on, he is going to be in pain. After eating this grass, later on, he is going to be the pain. So this is the same way Prabhupada has given this example. Then in all this material world, we all are suffering. If you see, as per the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, there are 4 fundamental problems are exist in Mayavadis, because Srimad Bhagavatam is the, as we know that Srimad Bhagavatam is the Purana, is the extraction of all the Vedas and for all the Shastras. So it is a transcendental torchlight. Prabhupada is telling Srimad Bhagavatam is a torch. It's like a torch. And what this torch is going to see us, it will see the transcendental absolute truth about the Supreme Person of the Godhead. And this is also covered in this shloka also. So the learning from this shloka is like that. We should always offer our respectful obeisances to our spiritual master, because he is going to give us a real knowledge, and that real knowledge comes from the Srimad Bhagavatam. So this is the learning from this shloka. Now we'll just go to the shloka number 4. Narayana namaskritya nara chaiva narottamam Devi Saraswati Vyasa Tata Jaya Mudirayeta. So this is one of the famous shloka. Whenever you go for any Srimad Bhagavatam Katha, we can hear this shloka, because this is the tradition what Sut Goswami has given to all of us. Because in the shloka number 4, if you see, now Suta Goswami is now thanking to all 4 big personalities. First, he thanks to his spiritual master, Sukadeva Goswami. Now, he is thanking on the personality of the Godhead, the 4-handed Godhead, who is the Narayana. He is thanking to the Narayana. He is thanking the supermost human being, who is the Narayan Rishi. And third, he is thanking the goddess Saraswati, who is the goddess of all learning. And finally is thanking the Srila Vyasadeva, who is the real incarnation of the God, because he only wrote the Srimad Bhagavatam, and due to him only we all are reciting Srimad Bhagavatam. So this is the tradition. Before starting any Srimad Bhagavatam, we should offer our respectful obeisances to Sukadeva Goswami and these 4 big personalities. So here now Sudha Goswami is now offering his respectful obeisances. So now I will just read about some Prabhupada was mentioned in his purport. If you see that all this Vedic literature and Puranas are meant for the conquering the darkest region of material existence, that we have seen. We are searching happiness at a wrong place because this is the Dukkhalaya and this is the Ashwashvat. Yeah, this is as per the Bhagavad Gita. So, why we are suffering? Can anybody tell me that in Bhakti Ruksha also in first session only we are just mentioning why we all are suffering? Can anybody can tell why we all are suffering? Why we are getting so much pain?
Because we lost our relationship with
Very nice, bro. Right. Because we have lost relationship with the Supreme Personality of the Godhead, and that is why we all are suffering. Also, we are very much attracted to the material activities. We are so much attracted. If you see after departing this class also, we just busy with our office work or with our family works as well as our many things which is going on, the social engagement. We are so much attracted so that we cannot come to know the actual happiness. So now Srila Prabhupada is also telling like that how we are going to come out from all this pain. So Prabhupada is mentioning also from all this struggle and from the existence, we want to re-establish the lost relationship with Supreme Personality of the Godhead. And that is also Srimad Bhagavatam is also mentioning. If we want to make a happy, we want to become a happy life, we want to, then we have to follow Srimad Bhagavatam. That is what Prabhupada is also mentioning. So, but all means are not same. If you see, all means are not the same in society or even in one home also. We can see there are different types of the people. One brother will like the spirituality, other brother will not like, or one father will like chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, mother will not like. So this type of the differences also we have seen in our society or in our home also. So Prabhupada is telling why this, because we all are conditioned soul. We all are gross bodies which is covered with the material engagement, and we all are in a three modes of passion. If you see, sometimes why we are sitting here, because we are in a mode of goodness. As I told you, as per the Bhagavad Gita, we have listened something in our previous life, and due to that good karmas, we are sitting here and we are discussing about the Srimad Bhagavatam. So these come under the mode of passion. Another is mode of goodness. So another is a mode of passion and mode of ignorance. So all these things are completely bewildering us, and that is how we are not getting the real answer for the real questions what he's telling. So if you see, Prabhupada is telling here, as per the Shastras, if we took shelter and take advantage of them, one can gradually regain their lost position and get out of the hard struggle for existence. If you see, even in our ISKCON Kanamangala Center has covered very nice 9 Sunday feast program, and this is related to the 9 angas of the bhakti, and this is the perfect example that Shravanam and Kirtanam. If you see, so we should have Shravanam like Parikshit Maharaj, and Kirtanam we should like the, who is the best example for the Kirtanam? Sukdev Goswami. So by following the Shastras, one can definitely elevate to the spiritual life, and we can, whatever lost relationship what we have forgotten with the Supreme Personality of the Godhead, that definitely we are going to be established. So Sudha Goswami is the best example here. If you see, the Sudha Goswami is the best example because he knows how to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, or he knows how to chant the Srimad Bhagavatam, because he has listened very carefully from his spiritual master Sukadeva Goswami. So here, if you see what lesson we have learned from this shloka 4, that we should always again shows our respectful obeisances to all our gurus and Srimad Bhagavatam, because Srimad Bhagavatam is the spotless Puran, as it is mentioned in a shloka number 2 also. Sutta Goswami is mentioning that this is it's a reapant fruit of all the Vedas and for all the scriptures. So one can free from material entanglement. So if we hear and if we do the kirtan, then definitely we are going to free from this material existence. So now we'll just see the shloka number 5. Muna ye sadhu parastoham bhavadbhir loka mangalam yat kartha krishna samprasno enatma suprasiddhati. So now now Sudha Goswami started telling, like, "O Sojes, I have been justly questioned by you. Your questions are worthy because they related to the Lord Krishna and so are the relevance to the world welfare. Only question of this sort are capable of completely satisfying the self." So he's again thanking all the sages, all the brahmanas, that whatever questions you have asked, those questions are very relevant. As we know that Prabhupada is giving very nice purport, and that we should listen very carefully. That before that, just whatever questions of the sages of the Naimisharanya are proper because it is related to the Lord Krishna. If you see in the translation also, because all these questions related to the related to the Lord Sri Krishna. So in Bhagavad Gita, if you see the chapter number 15, shloka number 15, Lord Krishna himself telling like that, Sarvasvachaham Rudi Sanyavishto Mata Struti Jnanamanmohanecha Vedeshva Sarvarahameva Vedo Vedanta Kudve Vidave Hachaham. Lord Sri Krishna is telling like that, I am sitting in everyone's heart and I am the compilers of all the Vedas. I am the compiler of all the Puranas. That is what Sri Krishna is telling. And in the same verses, if you see, the Suta Goswami is also telling the same thing, that our questions should be that how to reach to the Supreme Person of the Godhead. That is what Suta Goswami is mentioning. So here in purport, Prabhupada is telling, if you see in the whole world, everybody is asking the question. Everybody. Let's say father is asking question to the son or daughter or son is asking lots of questions to the father, vice versa. Husband is asking question to the wife is asking the questions, and vice versa. It is going on everywhere. So Prabhupada is telling that birds, even birds, beasts are also busy. They are also busy asking the questions. Morning, if you see birds where they will just start creeping. Prabhupada is telling they are asking questions and somebody is replying. So in the morning also, and while coming back to the home at evening, also they are asking the answer and question. Okay, same thing. Lawyer is asking a lot of questions to his client, or the person who is in the court. The same thing. The student is asking a lot of questions to his guru or his mother or father. The same. Lots of questions will go on. But what is the output of this question and answer? All our questions and answers are useless. As per the Srimad Bhagavatam, verse number 5, Suta Goswami is telling, and he is thanking all the sages, whatever questions you ask, those questions are relevant questions, and these questions will follow in Kali Yuga by all the people also. But whatever questions we are asking, those questions are in material life are not a correct question because it is related to the sense enjoyment. It is related to our all material activities. So Srila Prabhupada is telling Krishna is our most intimate master. He is our friend. He is our father. His son, an object of conjugal love. And if we start asking the questions to our spiritual master, then that enlightenment will start coming from. So if you see from this shloka, one can learn lesson like we have lots of problems, okay? We have lots of problems and we have lots of questions also regarding our social, political, as well as the religious matter. But all these questions are a useless question. So what type of question we should ask? Krishna. Those sages, those questions sages were asking to the Suta Goswami into the Naimisharanya. So now we'll just go to the shloka number 6. Now you see, now this shloka is a very very important shloka. Now whatever 6 questions were asked by the sages, now Suta Goswami started giving the answer for the all those questions. And here the shloka number, the chapter number 2, Canto 1, chapter number 2, shloka number 6 is giving the answer for the first question, the question which was asked by the sages. And what was that question? General, right? What is the purpose? What is the goal of all the living beings? That, and now here we see Savai pumsa paro dharma yato bhakti daro dajesh haitukya aprati tatai haita yatatma suprasiddhati. So here Suta Goswami is now telling, now we'll just see this translation. What should be our primary occupation? Here mentioning the supreme occupation or the dharma for the all humanity, for the all living being, is that by which men can attain to loving devotional service unto the transcendental Lord. Such devotional service must be unmotivated, uninterrupted, and completely satisfied the sale. So what type of dharma should be there? Our dharma should be loving service toward the Supreme Personality of the Godhead. And this loving service we should not do. It should be unmotivated and uninterrupted. So in Prabhupada, in purport, he is mentioning very nice. I think you should take a notes, or you can, if you can remember, then it will be a very good, because this purport has a very strong foundation when people start arguing with you. Because many times people used to think like that. We are doing the kirtan, or we are dancing in the kirtan, or we are doing the devotional service. Then they think that these people are a less intelligent class of the people, because they don't know what is the bhakti. So this purport is a very strong purport what Prabhupada has given, and this is based on the all the Vedas and based on the Shastras. Here Prabhupada is mentioning that as per the Vedas there are 2 prescribed occupation as per the Vedas. So the first occupation is a pravritti marga. That is a pravritti marg. The pravritti marg, Prabhupada is mentioning, this is the path of a sense enjoyment. The person who is walking on the pravritti marg, he is generally doing what? The sense of enjoyment. Prabhu, I will take. Thank you. So, as per the Vedas, this pravritti marg is generally made for the path of a sense enjoyment. Whereas, as per the Vedas, there is the second occupation, and that what is that second occupation? That is the nivritti marg. Nivritti marg is the marg, or this is the path of the renounced life. That is what we are following. And if we want to walk on the nivritti marg, then we have to hear the Srimad Bhagavatam. We have to hear the Srimad Bhagavad Gita as well as Chaitanya Charitamrita. So, Prabhupada mentioning like that, this pravritti marg is the inferior part. This is the inferior part because this, because why this is the inferior part? Because we all are working for the sense enjoyment. We all are engaging the sense enjoyment, and this is the material life. This is like a disease condition. The person who is walking on the pravritti marg, that is the material life, and it is a, Prabhupada is mentioning, it is a diseased life. Because why? Because as we see, this is a temporary, it is a illusionary, and it is a full of miseries. That what we have seen also, that everybody is searching the happiness into the material life, but the material life is a temporary, it is a illusionary, and it is a full of miseries. Whereas as per the Vedas, this nivritti marga, if you see, these are the superior. Why it is superior? Because it is having the path of the sacrifice. If you see all our acharyas, let's go from Srila Prabhupada to His Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj, all our acharyas, if you see, they have done lots of sacrifice. They have done lots of tapacharya. Then and then they have established the ISKCON what we have got from the Srila Prabhupada. So this Nivrutti Marga is the path where we have to walk, and this is mentioned into the Srimad Bhagavatam. So this this is because this path, the path of renunciation, is a eternal, it is a blissful, and it is a full of knowledge, and that is why we should follow this Nivrutti Marga. And if you see what lesson we have learned from these verses, if you see that we should do devotional service, but that devotional service should be unmotivated and uninterrupted. Because I just want to share my own realizations also. Before joining ISKCON, we used to go to the different demigod temples, and we used to worship demigods because we want something. We want to worship the demigod, then demigod will give something. So Bhakti Marga or this transcendental service for the Supreme Personality Lord should not be like that. It should be unmotivated and uninterrupted. So this is the big learning from this shloka number 6, and this shloka is very important shloka. So now we have a lot of good clarity about the chapter 1. We'll quickly summarize about the chapter 1 and chapter 2. We know the chapter 1, that how all the Brahmanas were asking the 6 questions to the Suta Goswami. Okay, and in chapter 2, if we see from the verse number 1, Suta Goswami is thanking his spiritual master because Sukadeva Goswami, for us, truth Sukadeva Goswami. Suta Goswami is thanking. He is offering his respectful obeisances to his spiritual master because he has given this Srimad Bhagavatam to the people of the Kali Yuga. That is what he identified that time. And he is also thanking all the sages, those who were assembled into the Naimisharanya, because they were asking the right questions. They are not asking the question which is irrelevant to the human being. And another is, if you see, the main and important, the verse which Suta Goswami has explained here, that is the answer for the first question. What should be the objective or goal of our life? And that in this verse 6, it is mentioned like that we all should do the loving devotional service to the Supreme Person of the Godhead, and it should be unmotivated and uninterrupted. So this is the summary for the today's Srimad Bhagavatam class. So just I would like to end today's class to glorifying A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada. It is very close. If you read the Prabhupada Lilamrut, then we'll come to know that how much pain that our Acharya has taken to establish the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. If you see, Prabhupada has taken his he left home at the age of 59. And if you read Prabhupada Lilamrut, that 10 years from 59 to 69, that all pain what our Acharya has taken for all of us, that is unimaginable. If you see that Prabhupada traveled all the part of the India, most of the time he spent during this time in the Vrindavan and even Delhi also. If you see, in Delhi, one temple was there, that is a Chipli Wada, is one place where Prabhupada used to sit on the first floor of that temple. Small room was there where he used to translate all these literatures, what we are reading, the purport, what we are reading right now. So Prabhupada used to translate all the shlokas in the English language, and on his own, he was a single person. He used to make his own prasadam. He used to do all the deity worship, everything he used to do on his own. There was no helping hand. And in Prabhupada Lilamrut, if you see, for saving the Lakshmi or saving some money, Prabhupada used to walk, because after translating all these shastras, he used to make the transcript, and this transcript he want to now print. So from the Chippiwada to that printer, some kilometer is there that I forgot. Prabhupada used to walk on his own at the age of, maybe must be more than 65 or 62 or 60 time. The exact age I don't know, but it's very close to my heart. From 59 to 69, whenever I used to get frustration through our professional life or through our social or personal life, then I used to read this Prabhupada Lila Amrut, because it is so motivating. He left his home at the age of 59, and for printing he used to walk that printing press to save some money. And on his own, because I know I did PhD, that PhD, we know when we used to write the thesis, almost 5 to 6 years we used to spend in laboratories, and then we have to compile the data, and that data will go to our supervisor, who is the supreme, who is going to the sanction whether you have done the right work or not. So for that work we used to get some friends or people or professor who used to see our transcript, and then he used to correct. But what I'm correlating here with, Prabhupada was alone. He was, because whatever message he got from his spiritual master, he was just working alone. He used to go, the transcript he used to bring again back to the Chipriwada temple, and he used to read on his own, he used to correct, and again he used to go to the printing press. So that much pain our acharyas has taken to relish whatever right now we are relishing this Krishna consciousness. So, and if you see, Prabhupada has done lots of things for us. At the age of 69, he traveled the USA, and that also in Prabhupada Lila Amrut, if you see, it's a very nice chapter he has written. When he want to travel from Mumbai, he got the visa, and now he want to go to the Kolkata, because from the Kolkata, Prabhupada want to take the ship Jalduta, and he want to travel. During those time, the 10 days Prabhupada has spent in Kolkata. Prabhupada was from Kolkata. Entire family, entire relatives, all were staying into the Kolkata. But Prabhupada used to tell like that in his lecture also, or even while exchanging with the reporters, that he used to tell like that no, Maya is not going to touch me. Openly he used to tell like that, because he was not a simple person. He was the acharya. He is a bona fide acharya who has come from the Goloka to give the message of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So 10 days he spent in Kolkata, and while leaving, his daughter and son came and met him, and daughter gave some laddus to Prabhupada. He has mentioned very good in Prabhupada Lila Amrut. So this is type of the Prabhupada used to tell like that the Maya is not going to be touched to him, because he was an aged person. He don't know, because he is going to America, where he is going to stay, where he is going to live, but he is completely surrendered to the Lord Krishna. And if you see that journey what Jaladuta as Prabhupada has done, he has written a very nice poems. Those poems we should read at least whenever we used to get time. It is translated in English, and those poems, because while traveling from Kolkata to USA, he got 2-time heart attack. He was in a terrible, miserable conditions. His health was not supporting him, and in that mood, Prabhupada has written a very beautiful poems. And whenever I used to read those poems, I get tears in my eyes, because Prabhupada is telling Lord Sri Krishna, I don't have any qualification. I am not the person who is qualified to take this mission, but due to the order of my Guru and due to the order of my previous acharyas, I am just going. So Lord Sri Krishna, you please take care of me. Now I am surrendering everything to you. So this is the one realization just I would like to share before ending the class. So again, thank you so much for all the devotees, Matajis and Prabhujis. As I don't have any qualification to sit on these asanas and reciting the Srimad Bhagavatam, but yes, I would like to sincere obeisances to our all spiritual masters, our Shiksha Gurus, and all our senior congregation who have seen something and they motivated us to give something about the Srimad Bhagavatam. So thank you so much for everyone for listening today's class. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Thank you so much.
With your permission, Prabhu,
Yes.
just to enhance the sacrifice done by Srila Prabhupada and interest of the audience who may not have gone into that much of detail or maybe they are knowing, I just want to touch upon one very nice part of the sacrifice. Like you said that he's been translating, writing it himself and then going to the press for printing. अब प्रेस में जाने से पैसा चाहिए ना, पैसा तो है नहीं है. So he started that Back to Godhead magazine. That also he used to write every week and sell himself in the bitter cold of Delhi. He used to stand in one of the square and sell off his this thing. With that, whatever earning he got, and he used to pay the some part of the printing to the press person.
Right.
And he had some Marwadi people there in Delhi who being very lavish and very helpful to him, who helped him in monetary way also.
Right.
In this one winter, while he was standing, a cow or a bull came from the other side and it hit Prabhupada. Prabhupada fell down and he was lying there for 1 hour. Some time back, somebody came who picked him up and then he quit.
Right.
This is the amount of
Paying
sacrifice
what
our Srila Prabhupada.
Acharya. Right.
And that is how we are so rich today.
Rich, lucky, right.
Rich.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Any
Hare
more
Krishna.
questions? Hare Krishna. Any more questions from Mrs. Mataji?
Prabhu, please.
Spoke about first time Shukdev Maharaj spoke the Bhagavatam and second time Sutta Goswami is saying. Is there any Shastra reference on what was the time spent between these two? When did this Sutta Goswami narration in Naimisharanya happen?
Right. Sutta Goswami, that Prabhu, it is mentioned, but definitely I will come back to you on this. But for Sukdev Goswami and Parikshit Maharaj, this conversion was 7 days. That is mentioned into the, even in preface also if you go through the Canto 1. But for the Naimisharanya, definitely I will get back to you, Prabhu.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you, Prabhu.
Any more questions?
Hare Krishna.